Today is a very important class. Why I am taking this class? I am going to take on your doubts also about the SSB. So, firstly, numerous doubts are asked about this selection process, about the particularly interview part, guys. I'm going to, before I take on the lecture proper, I'm going to touch upon some important issues, guys. Okay. Now, what is the interview process? You know, the selection process in the armed forces is basically three technique based. You all know very well that all these three techniques are equally important. You have the interview technique, independent. You have the GTO technique, independent, which test your capabilities, which test your officer-like qualities. Those 15 OLQs are tested by all the three techniques. So the GTO does it on ground through various ground tests, 9 of them. Okay, 9 of them, which is divided into the basic series and the confirmatory series. And the same 15 qualities, you will be wondering how it is tested by the psychologist through those tests, which he does, mainly the 3 tests. Which one? The WAT, the stories, which you call TATs, and of course, your SRTs. And guys and girls, let me tell you, the interviewing officer also does the same thing. Frankly speaking, what I am doing during the interview.
Download the SSB SureShot app from Google Play Store to access courses for written exams like NDA, CDS, and AFCAT. You can also find courses for SSB personality development and spoken English. Apply the coupon code SIGNUP15 to get 15% off on your first purchase. Call us on 725-930-7111 for any queries.
I am assessing those 15 officer-like qualities by asking you various questions to assess your personality. Do you have those 15 officer-like qualities? And frankly speaking, I am giving you marks on those qualities, which is called ticks and marks. If you cross that basic required level, which is 90 marks out of 225, then you are supposed to have passed in my interview. If you remain below that, you may not have passed, but still you have the chance, because in the conference, all the three techniques guys sit together and they discuss the candidate, provided he has crossed the discussion level. What is the discussion level? Guys, it is 240 marks. If you get, say, in one test, GTO, you got 70 marks, other test, you got 80, and in the interview, you got 90. Overall, you have got 240 marks. So you basically come up for discussion. So your case is going to be discussed. In all the three agree, then you are going to make it. So guys, this is the essence of the whole test. Now, let me very frankly admit, interview technique is actually the most important technique. Though I said all the three techniques are equally important, why it becomes important, though marks allotted for the interview are same, 225 and 225. Because your interview is being taken by a very senior officer. Either it is the Major General Commandant himself, or it is the President of the board who will be interviewing you, or it will be Deputy President of the board, or it is the interviewing officer who is a colonel, a senior rank officer. A colonel will be taking your interview, whereas your GTO is a major or lieutenant colonel, usually a lieutenant colonel now. Similarly, a psychologist is same major or lieutenant colonel rank. So in the conference, the president, the deputy presidents play an important part, guys. Now, first thing, guys, you should know what am I looking for? I, being a commandant and interviewing officer, frankly speaking, what I'm looking for in you. And let me tell you right in the beginning, had the process been so easy, so simple to crack, everyone would have cracked the SSB. It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen, guys. No, there are so many competitive examinations. Ultimately, they have their yardstick. and it is not everybody's cup of tea. Till the time you develop those officer-like qualities, till the time you ensure that you have the personality of an armed forces officer, I'm sorry, I will very frankly say you may not meet the yardstick. Ultimately, what is happening in the Army SSBs? The selection rate, guys, in the interview part, not the written part, I'm talking, only interview part. Suppose 300 guys pass the written examination and they come for the interview, and only 3.6% are going to make the grade. Look at that. So it's a difficult process. Why? Because we want more or less a perfect personality which suits the armed forces requirement. Look at that. So now what are we looking for? What I am looking for? What do I see in a candidate, guys? I'm looking for a smart candidate. I'm looking for an impressive candidate. I'm looking for an intelligent candidate. See, are you smart? Are you impressive? Are you intelligent? Are you confident? Do you have a good power of expression? Do you have the knowledge? Basically, if you simply ask me, we are looking for this. If you do not meet this basic yardstick, you better develop it. And you can, let me tell you, it's not that difficult. What I asked just now, yeah, are you smart? Ask yourself. Are you impressive? Are you intelligent? Are you confident? Do you have a good power of communication? And do you have a good knowledge? Look at that. These are the basic requirements. If you meet this basic requirement, you have the potential to become an officer. Gradually, remaining thing you can easily sort of inculcate in your personality, guys. So what did I say? So 6 basic requirements to crack the SSB. Let me tell you, this is absolutely true about the interview. This is also true about the GTO. This is also true about the psych test, frankly speaking. Though these tests, they have a little bit different requirement. First thing, ask yourself now. That is a normal yardstick of a personality I asked you. What the SSB is looking for. Now, 6 requirements of cracking the SSB is, firstly, guys, ask yourself, are you confident enough? I'm repeating the same thing, but these 6 are very important. Do you have a good power of expression or communication skill? Do you have the knowledge? See, those 3 things I'm saying again. Do you have a good social adaptability? Are you lively and positive? And do you have the determination? Guys, if you have these 6 qualities, your chances are fairly high to crack the SSB. Ask yourself. These 6 are the basic requirements. Though there are 15 officer-like qualities, I'm not narrating all the 15. I'm saying the essence of those 15 qualities, which is your confidence, your power of expression, your knowledge. See this. If you do not have knowledge, what will you speak? You cannot have the confidence also. See your knowledge. If only knowledgeable guys will have the confidence, will have also good power of expression. Otherwise, if you do not have the knowledge, what are you going to communicate? Your good social adaptability, which is required in armed forces, you are always in a team. You are going to lead a team into action, guys. So for that, you have to be able to adapt to the different settings, different kind of people. Okay, you have to mix up with them. Because in every forum in the armed forces, you are always leading a team into action. A team towards accomplishment of a goal. So obviously that interpersonal skills should be pretty good. And of course, you got to be lively and positive, guys. And last, I told you, you have to, the factor 4 quality, only one I'm taking, that is the determination, guys. Ask yourself, do you have these qualities? Now, along with that, let me also tell you, the biggest stumbling block, which is my experience. I have taken thousands of interviews now, particularly after retirement. Every day online, I'm taking 2 to 3 interviews or 1 outside test. Every day is my routine. Morning 8 to 9, 1 interview, evening 6 to... So these interviews I am taking, what do I find biggest pitfall, biggest negative factor in the candidates is? What is those negative factors? Firstly, guys, I'm sorry to say, most of you, oh my God, to the tune of 70 to 80% become nervous during the interview. Nervousness is the bloody biggest casualty, guys. You become tense thereafter. Nervousness, tense, and anxious. Look at that. They are generally in the same category. You tend to become nervous. You tend to develop a lot of anxiety. You tend to become very tense. That is the biggest problem. Second thing I will say along with that, you people have, some of you have a low self-esteem. Means you do not value yourself. You think, yeah, guys, let me tell you very frankly, the first thing to clear the interview is you got to pass in your own eyes. Do you think you are a good enough candidate? Do you think you will pass? Do you pass yourself? Guys, if you do not pass yourself, then how the hell you expect me to pass? Ask yourself, can you really feel, can you really say that, yeah, I am a good candidate, I am confident, I am passed? No, tukka nahi chalega idhar, tukka nahi chalega. Let me tell you, most of the candidates who can select themselves, yeah, they have confident that they are good candidates. Look at that. That is called you're having a high self-esteem. But what I generally meet during the interview is people with a low self-esteem. They do not value themselves. They do not consider themselves capable enough. They cannot consider themselves a leader like or an officer like. Then how the hell, if you do not think yourself capable enough, then forget. I can't make out from you that you'll be good enough, because I will understand your body vibes, your thinking. I will grasp it during the interview in 10 minutes only. If you do not value, nobody in the world will value you. So do you value yourself? So don't go. What I see, what kind of candidates feel? Nervous candidate, tense candidate, anxious candidate, people with the low self-esteem. And this results into some candidates are in a hurry and worry. I call this, lots of you are in a hurry and worry. You will speak fast. And because you are worried, okay, anxious, hurry and worry. And they have a poor communication skills on top of that. Look, such kind of guys get left out. Okay, so you got to now think what about things, because this is my personal experience. Every day I'm, अरे भैया ऑनलाइन इंटरव्यू में ही वो घबरा जाते हैं बहुत बुरी तरह घबरा. सो क्या होता है, बिकॉज हम तो इंटरव्यू में भैया उनका दूध का दूध पानी का पानी हो जाता है, उसका कंप्लीट पोस्टमार्टम ऑफ हिज पर्सनालिटी वी डू इन 1 hour इंटरव्यू, कंप्लीट 1 hour. So we know every weaknesses. So I find after thousands interview, the basic thing which you guys fail because of these things: your nervousness, your anxiety, your low self-esteem, your hurry and worry attitude, your poor communication, your anxiety. These are the things. If you avoid this, guys, you are going to make it. And let me tell you, along with that, I'm declaring from this platform, I've said it in one of the videos, guys, actually the interview process of the armed forces is the simplest process. You can write it down, you can quote me. It is the simplest process. Armed forces interview is the simplest process, guys. इससे सिंपल इंटरव्यू आपको नहीं मिलेगा. अरे यार, आप बताइए मुझे ऐसा इंटरव्यू देखा जहां आपको पहले से पता है भैया ये पूछने वाला क्या है हमको? Tell me, yaar. Am I telling lies? Tell me. You already know, yaar, what is bloody CIQ1, what is CIQ2, what is CIQ3? Don't you know? अरे भैया, आर्म फोर्सेज इंटरव्यू इज सेमी स्ट्रक्चर. स्ट्रक्चर उसका ऑलरेडी मेड है. सेमी स्ट्रक्चर में half the questions you already know, यार. I will do initially some rapport building. Don't you know? Don't you know? I will ask CIQ1 about your educational background, about which is your favorite subject, your teacher, your friends. So simple. Don't you know? The second question I'm going to ask you about your family. Don't you know? The third question I'm asking you about your hobbies and pastime activities. Don't you know? You know. Then why the hell are you worried? Why can't you prepare these things? But people, can you believe, are not able to listen to these questions, understand these questions. Their listening skills are so poor, they can't comprehend the question also. सुन ही नहीं, समझ ही नहीं पाते क्वेश्चन को. पूछ कुछ और रहे, जवाब कुछ और देता हूँ. Look at this. अरे भैया, ये क्वेश्चन है, पहले हम रैपो बिल्डिंग करेंगे. मीन्स सिंपल क्वेश्चन आपके बारे में पूछेंगे. CIQ1 पूछेंगे, CIQ2 पूछेंगे, CIQ3. If you are working, then we'll ask you the CIQ4. That is for a working guy. CIQ4 about your job, what kind of job you are doing, how did you get this job, how much pay you are getting, how are you spending, what two things you like about your job. Well, two things, simple questions we are asking you here. Or let me tell you, the beauty about the armed forces interview is it is a personality based test, guys. It's your personality based test. Look at that. It's your leadership based test. We are testing your personality. Knowledge comes later. Most important for us is your personality. What kind of man you are? Are you a leader? Can you lead people into action? Do you have that guts and that confidence? Do you have the risk taking ability? Do you have the determination? Can you set an example? We are looking for a leader here. It is so simple, guys. So now this is what we are looking for. I try to, tell you the whole interview process in such simple things, guys. Okay? So let me tell you, I will give you so many examples, but I don't want to waste time on that. People, when during my interview, there have been cases where a chap had just gone blank. Can you believe it? You'll not believe it. It's a fact which I have narrated in one of my videos also. A guy comes, I ask him, oh, good morning, what's your name? This was in 2016, I'm trying to shake hands with him. What's your name? I said, can you believe that man went blank? And he left my office. I was wondering, where is he gone? I rang my PA in the intercom, and after 3 minutes he come, sir, I'm Ujagar Singh from Jaipur, Rajasthan. Something like he said. Marga, what happened? Why did you leave? He said, sir, I went blank. Look at it. This happens. People cannot start stammering. People cannot understand the question because they are so nervous, tense. There is nothing of this sort otherwise. Army interviews are simple, I told you. Once I'm saying, interviewing officer is telling you, these are the simplest interviews to crack, provided you have the personality, guys. It's not a corporate test where your skills are going to be tested. No. It is not a civil services where your knowledge is being tested. No. It is a personality-based test. Your officer-like qualities are being tested. Yes, your knowledge will be handy. Yes, your communication skills will be handy. Yes, your skills will also be handy. But main focus, do you have the personality of a leader? That's what we are looking for, guys. Is there any doubt on that? So
Don't forget to subscribe to our new channel SSB Short Plus for exclusive new videos. Also follow us on Instagram for all the latest updates. Check out a Short guide to crack SSB on Amazon. The link is in the description below.